fired up. Good news is it's 34 degrees and not 31 degrees, so that should make it better. Got a little bit of a late start. It's, I don't know, 8:15. I was trying to leave by 8, so we got about a 50-minute drive, I think. So we can see what we can do. These things work great to keep your ears warm. Don't forget the old Milwaukee jacket either. Heater on. Sunglasses check. Alright, let's hit the road. Well, this is the point where I realized that this trip is not going to go as planned. As I get into third, fourth gear, I notice that the Scout is really falling on its face and misfiring anything above 2,500. It's difficult to maintain the 60-mile-an-hour speed limit here. Not real sure what's going on, but we're going to try to see if we can make it to our destination. Stop sign at mild acceleration. If you listen closely enough, you can hear that it's sputtering really bad. It's like it's not getting enough fuel, but the AFR gauge is actually going a little bit rich. I think it's getting too much fuel. All my other gauges look normal. It's not getting hot. It's first and second seems to work fine, but like third and fourth and even fifth, I can't hold 65 miles an hour in fifth. Like it just starts losing power and it won't maintain that speed, especially through some of these hills. So I just put spark plugs in this thing. It's got fresh premium fuel. I've got no engine light or any codes. It's kind of strange. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but we're just going to keep on trucking, and if we make it there and I get back to the shop, then I'll tear it apart at a later date and see what I can find. But so far it's running consistently. It's just annoying and a little difficult to maintain the speed limit, but doesn't seem like it's excessively bad or it's going to destroy anything, so we're going to keep on going. So here we are in Walnut Springs for the Cars and Coffee, or Quesadillas. Coffee and Quesadillas, I think is what it's called. Here at Give Me the VIN TV Garage. It's your typical Cars and Coffee. They got cars and they got coffee, but they're also having brunch at the little Mexican restaurant here in town. If you plan on coming out and checking this out, they're doing it the last Sunday of every month. It's like 9 a.m. You better get here early because it fills up pretty quick. The restaurant fills up pretty quick if you want to eat breakfast or brunch. Pretty cool cars to check out though. It's definitely a unique place. So this event was a little bit of a mess. This is only the second time they've done this, so it's not like super well thought out just yet. The map was kind of hand drawn on a sheet of paper with a Sharpie, and I kind of overestimated my skills and thought that I grew up out here and I knew where all this was, but as you can see, I should have followed the Jeep. I thought I knew where I was going and they were wrong. Turns out a whole bunch of us were wrong, and you see cars coming back the other way. So about 20 of us ended up turning around right here. I didn't save the map on my phone, so I was just kind of along for the ride and following the group. The good news is we all kind of struggled, so you can hear right here where I take off that it's still stumbling and sputtering and not happy. But again, it's consistently the same. And if you notice, when we left Walnut Springs and I kind of roasted the tires in first and second do great. It pulls to the rev limiter. Third, fourth, and fifth just, they put too much load and it doesn't like it. So here we're back on the trail, or so we thought. We were doing pretty good. Turns out we took another wrong turn and here we are passing cars again. But we'll get it back on track, and we're just out here enjoying the drive.
We're just all kinds of lost up. I don't know. I'm just following the crowd.
here we are making our way back to Walnut Springs. This is like a 2-part cruise. So the first 50 miles we head north, kind of up towards Glen Rose, back to Walnut Springs, and then from there it's about 50 miles south down to Cranfield's Gap, and then we'll finish off back at Walnut Springs. I was a little confused here because nobody really explained the whole process. I think we stop in Walnut Springs for a little while, maybe for lunch, and then we head south, but I was pretty much done. The Scout wasn't getting any better, and I just kind of wanted to call it quits before I made it further south and further from home. So, quick stop in here to get some gas. Ended up running into my uncle who lives in town. Talked with him for 45 minutes or so, and then decided I'm just going to head home.
What you know, Jay?
And we'll see if we can't figure out what the Scout's doing. And again, I don't want to make it any worse. End up breaking down 2.5 hours from home. So. I've officially left the group. We're heading north back up to Glen Rose. We're going to cut across to some of the back roads, go in through Eulogy and Brazos Point. I want to stop over at the old historic truss bridge outside of Brazos Point that crosses the Brazos River. I haven't been there. I haven't stopped since I was a kid. Kind of want to check that out. I don't know, 20 years ago they closed the bridge off and built a new one next to it for traffic, so we're just going to cruise on over there, make a quick pit stop and check out the river. Here we are at the historic Brazos Point Bridge across the Brazos River. It was built in 1914 by the Austin Bridge Company. The new bridge was built and this was replaced in the early 2000s. Total spans about 800 feet. I just really love the old rivets and hand-assembled features that you just don't see anymore these days. There's no style in anything built anymore. Well, this is going to conclude this video. I really appreciate y'all stopping by and hanging out. Hope you enjoyed it. We will see you on the next one.